Time to go dig some holes!
Your mission is ready, the pod is prepped, get on board the drop pod.
Round of Oilios, please! Yes!
Leave no one behind!
Time for a round of pest control, team. We got dreadnought cocoons on our scanners, and you get to eradicate them before they turn into something even worse. My advice, bring plenty of ammo. They can take a punch.
Nice and oil! Smooth! Bosco, line it!
Deep Rock seriously need to invest in some better equipment.
Got no flares ready! Line it! Help me mine this. Marley! A friend in need! Help me mine this! Donkey time! Go! Get to work! You can all relax, you sissies! I took out the trawler! My bag is full.
Whoopsie doopsie.
I killed a loot bug, and I'm not so proud about it.
Ugh. Air's corner heavy down here today.
Zip line ready? Oh yeah! Here I come. Yeah! Mine it. A barnacle removed. Bosco! Zip line up! Stay by my side, Bosco! Get this home safely, will you, Molly? Watch and learn! Barnacle down! Yeehaw!
Move your tin ass over here and hurry, please. Down it goes.
Bosco, find it!
Sure.
And the other two gods, they banished him and all that. And he became
I got a
so-
ray gun.
You know, this sounds less and less like lore and more like sibling score. Like, they're just fighting.
It kinda does. It kinda
Sibling
does.
fights before school.
Yeah.
That's it's
But
just
basically
that.
during that time, Herobrine kind of learns to not be this
Zip line up.
and tries to learn to be a better person. He remember that
We
now.
waited 1,000 years to do that.
But basically, the Forgotten figured out how
Try
to
to flank
communicate
the ugly
to the
bugger.
humans and tries to fake them out. It pretended to be one of its gods and tried to force them to bring him back. And then being
Okay.
and then being the most misguided people ever, they followed this eldest being to every command and they fucked up the earth.
Not gonna lie, sounds like
This is sounding
something
more and more relatable by the second.
Yeah, it does.
sounds like something my dumbass would do.
They messed with the sea, they
Run
messed
for
with the
cover!
nether, and they messed with some poor creatures.
Yeah, definitely something my dumbass would do.
And,
Yeah, I would definitely do that.
and as soon as they found out,
Shield
when they found
John.
out they were misguided and they were tricked by another being, it was far too late to change anything. And they found, but they knew
That's why
something
that's
was
why
wrong.
here's a easy fix. That's why you don't listen to strangers.
Well, they did not think
Oh my god.
they thought
Oh
it was
my
their
god. This
god.
lore is basically just Stranger Danger.
They didn't think it was a stranger. They thought it was their god. Like,
Yeah, they
the
thought like,
god
oh,
not.
this being that we worship. That
Remember, sweetie,
Ah,
if
yes,
you meet
my
someone
god.
on the street,
We will
it's
take
not a
the
god.
sea and kill a
Shield
giant
blade.
celestial being babies just to summon him.
Remember, sweetie, if you see a 50,000-year-old man on the side of the street pretending to be a god, believe him.
But basically, they found out something really horrifying.
2,000-year-old crackhead.
They found out something really horrifying in this case, where basically the Forgotten what knew that he was going to escape as soon as they opened up that door. Now it started ticking.
Shield ready again. Here, get into cover.
Time afraid of what they were going to do, went off to try to escape their fate. There were two or actually four humans that decided to make sure the future of humanity escaped.
I'm wondering if fighting bugs and moving dirt is the best way to make a living.
Yes, they
they
are.
forced them into like a plant marriage.
What a
They
god.
forced them
No,
into, they
no,
forced them into
no.
this,
They
they
went
forced them
off.
into the villager box.
No, the two children were Alex and Steve.
Oh my god, I knew it. I fucking knew it.
And during this time,
Well,
they
well,
went
well.
off- And so during all this time, the two the four parents basically went off to find Herobrine. And while he's
Why
trying to be a
the
better
fear?
person, they give him a mission
Rock
to
and
take
stone.
care of these children and take them to somewhere safe while this is kind of going down. And so, as the person that he is, he accepts. He goes on taking on like a whole entire monthly journey to take them somewhere safe. And as he does so, and during that time, he's kind of slowly dying. During that point,
Winter Arc, definitely Winter Arc.
and as he kind of like takes them somewhere safe and puts them safely in a nice village, he goes on top of a hill and turns into a cherry blossom tree.
What the fuck?
Don't
What in
explain
the
why
fucking-
I thought this. I just went full.
What in the
creek on their
Sasuke
ass.
turning into a fucking tree
Red
is this, bro?
sugar.
Gods mostly.
Dude,
in
oh my
most
god, you
legends, when
fought for like
gods turn
100
the
years to become fertilizer, dude. That's
No. In most cultures, gods when they
Bosco,
die,
find
they
it.
turn the trees for no reason. I
So,
don't
like-
know why, but they were. I was like,
Is it like
okay.
just a
yeah.
normal tree or like a giant tree?
No, it's a cherry blossom tree.
Like a giant?
I would guess like a sacred tree of peace or some
Why?
shit.
It's a tree of peace, and he's asleep there to this day. The only thing that is left of him is his soul.
I thought he became the tree.
Yeah, he is the tree.
He is one with the trees.
He
Nature.
is the tree.
It's become
As
the
this-
forest.
As this is happening, the rest of the humans are going off, and they make a portal to the end. And as they do so, they fall into the end. Thinking that they were safe, they slowly turn into
He doesn't speak
the
to the
end.
trees, he literally became one.
These humans are gonna die. They just don't know it yet.
And as soon as the game starts,
Go!
the
Get to
Endermen
work!
kind of see their new terrifying Eldritch being. They try to stay away from, as they couldn't run away from their fate.
Ceiling clean! Barnacle down!
Guys, I messed up placing the wither spells in schools. I'm an idiot.
I watched
Dingus.
you do that, and I'm.
I'm scared. I'm
But
scared.
the whole series is literally about learning from your mistakes and not running away from them.
That's so deep.
I'm my armor. I got my bow and my ray gun.
So a whole new amount of golems are in it. One of them is really important.
Yo,
Guys, you gotta get
There's blocks.
eliminated.
There's blocks around it.
You gotta
Yeah,
get
you
rid of the
gotta-
blocks.
So,
bro.
Dude.
yeah, mind that,
Yeah.
mind that. Do the same on the other side. And then you might be able to get away with just doing the
Not
slow
ready.
Cool,
There's
shit.
rejoicing.
one. You weren't planning to do it, and then...
Oh my
The
god,
ancient
look at the
cities,
boss
those
bar.
are my
Look at the
favorite.
boss bar.
Loot box open.
That's my
Got a mod.
favorite.
It's a texture pack.
One of my favorite
Box
places,
19,
like think of that
19,
I ever found, was in fact the ancient cities. They're my favorite from any place, any mod. But
Yeah.
so I created technically 4 new golems for my series. The 2 are just mods you'll see. So pillagers now have a golem they can control, and it's known as the diamond golem. A giant goat / cow ram. That rampages.
Wither really thought I was scared of him.
Okay. But
Resupply
I created the
ordered.
diamond golems.
Supply drop has been
They are
ordered
not
and is on the
what you
way.
expect them to be.
Alright guys, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hop off. I'm getting kind of bored.
Alrighty. Nice
Alright, see you guys.
Thank you for telling me that.
Resupply
Hey,
arrived.
y'all.
Restock.
Alright, see ya. I'm hoping I get
Grabbing
to chat
ammo.
with everyone.
Ram left.
Never felt
I mean, I
better.
intend to stay for a little bit.
I'll
Like, I was mostly just curious, like, who the heck's doing
Tell me
something
again.
Alex's
Why
mother?
was it that we needed to kill the barnacles? Loot bug eliminated.
Secondly, like, dang, it'd be cool if Alex showed up so that I could be like, yo, you got a cool
Molly,
name and a cool mod.
come here.
Add more
Yeah.
frogs.
Like that.
Cool name, cool mod, everything's good. So yeah, I also created emerald golems, but they're not really anything cool. They're just
Need to
kind
get
of
my
those, they're kind of
pickaxe
like
sharpened when we
answering
get back.
machines.
Sweet.
In this case, where you wake them up and you ask them like 3 questions, they will answer truthfully, and
Nice and oily.
once those answers are done, they just die.
Dang.
It-
Can you,
they
like, you know, scavenge the body?
You can, but they just kind of like disintegrate. They're like, well, my job is done.
God. Reduced to atoms.
Now the mobs I created that are important to the story that my characters are gonna go through right now, my people, are the copper golems and rust golems.
The back.
So
the weak
in this
point.
universe, the,
wait,
the
very
humans created the copper golems. And they were happy for a while. There's two different types. There's like the regular one that we all know, and there's like a big one. It's like kind of looks like the iron golem, but copper. It's like more of a copper.
Shield
golem.
up.
And how it was that basically while they were kind of under terms with that scary quest. Basically during that point, they started getting tired of the copper golems, and so they started trying new golems, and it works. But they start realizing What are they gonna do with the old golems? They can't get rid of them because they already got attached to them. You know what the sad thing they did? This is part of the story right here, but they put them. You know, like the dungeons in Minecraft now, the new dungeons they put in.
I know them. I just haven't played.
I'm gonna explain this. This is gonna be really sad right here, but they took those iron golems, put a big old copper box, and left them. They told them that they would come back for them.
Oh, that's. They just left them like dogs.
Yes, they left them to literally die.
Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, my humans are sad. Or horrifying. My humans are sad. They're also evil.
Eye for an
They're not
eye.
evil.
oh, I
Evil
didn't
is
say
just
sad.
really.
Just I asked if you were a sadist by making this.
Activate the transponder on the
No.
crew.
Well, to be fair though, they did two monstrosities here. Well, technically three. They fucked up by leaving the copper golems to die. They took a giant Leviathan serpent's eggs so they can try to summon a being by using the chemicals in it, which is kind of sad because that serpent is a mom. And the final thing they did is that, remember that little island that I talked about?
I
Nova?
remember you mentioning it.
Yeah, so on that island was a whole different biome known as the flower blossom biome. It was like a giant biome with flowers. And living on it were these bee-like people. Because in my D&D, there's now more than just humans in this world. There's different
When
races
I'm done with
and
this
all that.
mission in Deep Rock Galactic, you're gonna see some animations I made for a VOD I'm never gonna make.
Sure, AI-generated voice. Okay. We got, oh my goodness, technology is so advanced that we now have AI people.
I got a barnacle.
But the third one was basically there were these people known as the Hivicons, and they were bees.
Oh yeah.
And they were very welcoming to
Help
the
me
humans,
mind this.
but the humans brought these little ants on them.
Like parasites.
No, not parasites. They were just
there's a
regular ants.
recharging.
They
Where is
were
that
used for
damn
making
tank?
wood faster and all that. But the ants found a mysterious mushroom on the planet, or on the island in this case. And they took it, and they kind of evolved with the fungus. And they
Trying
became
to
a
make
whole...
like those zombie ants with that one
And they
fungus.
There is a
they
fungus
became
among
far
us.
beyond that.
Mine it.
And they became these things known as the spore ants, and they were so powerful that they changed the entire ecosystem itself, killing off most, if not every
I need
creature
the
on
mule
there.
right here.
Sniffers
Right now.
went almost extinct on the island. New species gone without a trace. Everything mushrooms. And,
I know some
and the
dwarves that would love to be having like
and the
only mushrooms
Hivicons
around
were
them.
very much left to die. As the humans found out there was not really many resources
Bosco,
on there.
mine it.
So they left it.
Nice and oily.
Not really caring about what they kind of did. And now,
Yeah, they only kind of did it.
yeah, they kind of did. So now,
Just a little
the
bit.
whole island no longer became a flower garden, but a mushroom forest.
Go. Get to
There
work.
were only infected mushroom beings and ants that use the fungus to control others like slaves. Because the spore ants kind of have sort of formed a sort of symbiosis with the fungus, where they're immune to its mind-controlling powers, but basically they use that mind control to infect others and use that as food sources.
That makes sense.
They use the fungus as a natural way of killing others, which is kind of scary. Imagine you couldn't control yourself and you let yourself get killed by giant ants. Like
Have
you
you
have
ever
no
thought of
control.
just not?
No, they can't really control.
A barnacle
They
down.
can't really control themselves. Instead,
I
they
know,
the fungus makes. Yeah, I know.
I'm just
fungus-
effing around.
The fungus makes them somehow want Stupid scary.
disgusting bug.
And that created what we know as the Mushroom Islands.
Okay, that does sound horrifying, but why are there only mushrooms?
Oh, there's mushrooms there. There's chick
Oh,
shrooms,
sorry, I
pig
forgot this was.
shrooms.
I forgot that this was the creativity of.
Don't worry, it's fine. I also have a new biome. Remember, so the Fallen fell onto the earth and ripped apart and all that, but its body is still alive, just unconscious. This giant being became a new biome known as the Living Carcass.
I remember that.
Hate to wait for flare charging. Access provided.
The Living is a
Zip.
corpse, basically.
Zoom.
A giant.
Help me mind
corpse.
this. Come here.
What is the corpse giant?
It is the Fallen.
Barnacle
It's
eliminated.
the Fallen. The Fallen is the corpse. But inside of it are mobs based on the immune system and bacteria.
Oh,
So in the
I
living
got a
corpse,
barnacle.
I brought back the hollowed. So
I'm
everything
now back.
You're back from the dead.
I've
So
arisen.
a lot of the creatures in the living carcass are based on the trypophobia thing of the
Secondary
hollowed.
objective completed. Make it
Oh,
home to
that's
collect
I
your
like
bonus.
that actually.
So
That
the
that's
so
fun.
the immune
That's not
system is the hollowed itself.
Fill me in on what I've missed.
You missed a lot. I just explained some lore, and I'm not gonna explain it again.
Wait, hollowed like from Bleach?
God
Yeah,
damn
complete
it. There's a
crazy,
pebble in my
scary
boot.
ass lore, and you're never gonna hear it again.
Ah, gosh darn it.
So basically, there was
Inside-
a thing and it was scary.
So
There was a
inside
thing,
the
it was
living
scary. Be
corpse.
afraid.
So inside the. So. I'm not even gonna be able to finish this with the cartoon effects, but inside the living corpse, the immune system is the hollow, this giant being with a ripped arm and all that, with hundreds of teeth on its body.
Bosco,
Instead of
find
sound,
it.
they use trigger sensors to detect creatures in their environment with nerve strands.
Nightmare Fredbear sounding ass.
Yeah.
That guy in
Uh,
mission control.
they're not the
can't
only
flee
immune
early as a
system.
cozy
There is
son.
also tree trays. The tree trays are another part of the immune system.
Tell
where
me
they-
again,
where
why
to
was
help
it that
the
we needed to
hollowed
kill the
figure out their
barnacles?
surroundings, they screech to whatever prey is around them to give the hollowed a message of where the person is. So they're flying stingrays that
A
scream.
barnacle down.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, so they're just basically like. The hollowed is just a screaming monstrosity. Also, in the carcass, there's parts where if you accidentally you actually get something known as Eldritch infection, where basically your body kind of grows holes and you start becoming infected.
Oh, I'm about to lose. Nope.
Basically,
Nope.
there's infected
there it is.
zombies, infected other beings. A lot of the whole entire creations on there are these scary.
If your body grew holes, I feel like you'd have more issues than being part Eldritch. What about blood loss?
Help
The
me
holes
mind
are
this.
the Eldritch part. The holes are the Eldritch part. Also, to make things scary, each hole has a pair of either eyes or teeth.
Trying to make the wall of flesh for Terraria, but like on people.
Yes. I also hear a toddler in the
People
far
of flesh.
distance. What was that?
Yeah, that's my sister.
But on
The wee
on
lass.
this case, there's some of the infected, some of the cells inside don't really work together as easily, and they're known as the conjoined. They're basically cancer.
Yeah, you know what you should do? You should make it so like one sec.
What?
I think he's talking with his mom.
After all these years, we have cancer in Minecraft.
Attack!
Well, they're not actually phantoms. It's really represented. They're not even control. They're two beings together that look like they look like just they're very controlling.
One more explosive popcorn monster for my death.
Really much. Everything around them hates
Yo,
these beings.
I took my
So-
phone out of my room, and my mom was like right out there, and she heard the person talking like with the either it's text to speech, I don't know, and she was scared. She got scared.
What? She thought that you were being hacked?
She thought that I was talking to like an old ass person.
Hold up, do a GLaDOS.
You know what? That's
We gotta
that's a
do a
valid-
GLaDOS situation right now. Do Hail 9000. You gotta do a Hail 9000 with that voice. I'm
You know what
sorry,
you should do?
David,
You should
but I
like.
cannot
For...
allow.
Hold
I'm
up, I
sorry,
can scare
David,
you.
but I cannot allow you.
Yo, come on, man! Don't call me by my real name.
I'm sorry, David, but I cannot.
Oh,
allow
come
you
on,
to
man!
do-
All right, man.
I was about to say, Dave. Actually,
I know Hail 9000, so I know the. I know
Open
what he has.
accessibility
I know what
settings to enable the narrator.
Yo.
Hold up, hold up, computer,
Nice and
computer,
What?
activate narrator Smurf.
what?
I have no idea why
How
I
about
said
no?
that. Computer!
With the AI, you're out of line.
I got an idea.
Computer, read
I'm
out
gonna
my
try something.
search history.
Human.
Computer,
Go away.
how do I get the Joker in the Phantom Zone? Quickest route, no freeways.
Computer, read my search history.
Computer,
Out loud.
do you hear me?
Calling me computer is racist.
Then what
Ready
should
to
I
kill
call
some
you?
more
How
crates.
can we
Whitey.
better
Are
defend
you?
this?
Wouldn't that take
Artificial intelligence, read out my
We're
search
completely
history.
different species
I prefer
entirely,
the term,
man.
not
Wouldn't-
human.
Wouldn't you be known as a wouldn't
Okay,
you
not
say
human. Can you read out my search
Technology.
history, pretty please?
It's not racist, it's technologicus.
Techist.
An empty browser
Anyway,
history
I'm gonna-
reveals more than a full one.
Worm.
Your ride home is on the way. Drop pod inbound.
Dead people lose
I'm gonna
freedom
play-
of speech when handcuffed.
Holly, you know what? I'm gonna ask this as a computer system, but can you do a sound wave?
No.
No, like sound wave from Transformers.
Drop pod has arrived. Retrieving the mule.
Still no.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 5 minutes.
Really? You can't do him? He's by far the coolest of all of them.
Who the frick is Soundwave?
Transformers.
There's charging.
Soundwave superior.
Last walk of the pod pays for the first round.
New revolution begins now.
Feel my wrath.
I'm just gonna beat this guy.
Smooth.
But while I'm doing this, there's squids in the kitchen.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 4 minutes.
They're carnivorous and they now live in the walls. Yes, they're as scary as you can think. They live. They're in the
The
walls.
mule has docked.
They're in the
Initiating launch.
goddamn walls.
I barely
Oh,
watched
what-
that show. Actually, I
Nice.
really only just like looked it up on YouTube.
I only know the meme. I only know the
He's in
meme.
the walls. He's in the goddamn walls!
Speaking of the slime,
Oh,
Follow me, Bosco.
the Sweets crashed my game because of all the mods. For some reason,
Recharging.
sometimes when I'm
Need no more.
We're pulling you
if I
back
go to
in.
Y312,
Time to pay
it
dice
will
with death.
immediately and irretrievably crash.
make sure to keep away from that.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I just need to start making frequent backups.
But yeah, what other beings do I have? There's flesh maggots, which are just giant worms. They're just big old worms that live in the holes. A lot of them are based on phages. Mimic phages are by far one of the funniest creations there. They're giant bacterial phages that turn into chests. So when you open them up, they explode.
Oh, that's such a jerk move.
Be like, oh look, a chest! I'm gonna better open it.
Gonna get all that friggin' loot.
Just insert halt. Can you insert explosion for a joke? Oh,
hey,
good, a
is that a
chest.
chest?
It's gonna be really
I sure
nice.
cannot wait to loot it.
That's perfect. The cutoff explosion.
Insert the
Exactly
little
what I needed.
Minecraft you're dead meme. Just like put the top. You were exploded by a mimic fade. And you're like, what the fuck is that? So the bloop also. So the bloop also. Trying to feed my giant one more of these guys. But a lot of the creations in there are based off small creatures being big. So we got the bloop. It's a giant tapeworm.
Yes.
Disgusting.
Blue. On account of it's called the bloop.
Just the mod I
Yes.
needed.
I was thinking purple for no reason, but yeah, blue.
This mod better be worth it.
It can screech and echolocates. It's a giant tapeworm. And then there's my favorite out of the beings that I got
Perfect.
inspired by a lot of beings. The carrion.